We are now diving into the two possible extremes of blockchain. The first being a blockchain utopia, and the second being a dystopia. This is just an imaginative venture for fun, so please don't take it too seriously or concern yourself with details. Let's start with the utopia. You leave the apartment where you spent the night, and as you leave, sensors detect your departure and Slocket's smart contract pays back your security deposit. You order a coffee on your smartphone, and as you pull up your payment, a notification pops up. It's a reminder to extend your payment channel with the global Lightning Network. Since it's all secure and doesn't cost you any money anyway, you decide to extend your payment channel for another 20 years. You call your car, but it's not really yours. It's plugged into an autonomous ad hoc swarm of electric vehicles readily available for use. The cars have no owner and instead run entirely on smart contracts. Using their collective income, they pay for recharging themselves, maintenance, and insurance. Accidents are rare, but when they do happen, the insurance agency analyzes video footage via a machine learning trained bot and automatically gives the victim in the accident the appropriate payment. Except it's not actually an insurance agency. It's another smart contract that pools together the funds of a multitude of owners and charges people the exact expected value of car insurance, taking no profit. The near exact probability of accidents is known because every accident that has ever happened is recorded on the blockchain. You head off to your company headquarters to work for the day, except your work isn't really work. It's all voluntary because the blockchain ensures universal basic income for everyone. And you're a climate scientist primarily because you want to help push the boundaries of human knowledge. Your company isn't really a company either. It's a decentralized autonomous organization consisting of individuals from around the world who voluntarily signed up, receive compensation and pay raises based off the quantity and quality of their research findings as determined by a worldwide Oracle network, and who can exit their contract at any time. Your company itself receives revenue over time as measured by the net benefit to society your research brings. Your latest research provides strong evidence that the efforts to reduce climate change have not been drastic enough, and that we are heading towards potentially catastrophic levels of greenhouse gases unless we switch over to 100% renewable energies. Your findings, based on publicly accessible data and analysis on the blockchain, are presented to experts in the field based on the quality of their published research on the blockchain. A global democratic DAO decides this issue is important enough to provide further incentives for countries to meet their new carbon emission targets. Thanks to the fair democracy enabled by the DAO, the planet is saved, and we can all continue with a stable and secure future. On the other hand, what happens if not everything turns out well? In this world, everything is on the blockchain, including a global reputation score for everyone on the planet. Someone is nice to you, you can upvote the reputation. If they're mean to you, you can downvote them, encouraging a society full of kind and compassionate people like yourself. Unfortunately, Evil Eve is jealous of your popularity. Eve then realizes that decentralized reputation is not Sybil resistant and launches a slander attack on you. For the rest of your life, everyone you ever come into contact with is immediately notified that all the seemingly unconnected users, Eve001, Eve002, all the way to Eve666, all believe you're a criminal, and you fail to secure a job for the rest of your life. At least you have your universal basic income and savings to fall back on, right? You remember, you haven't collected your payment this month. When you open up the payment portal, you find that your money is gone. Oh no, your private keys must have been compromised. You remember now that you never got around to using cold storage, and instead continued using an online hot wallet which got hacked. Because there's no central organization to recover your private keys, as keeping your keys safe is common sense nowadays, you now have to figure out how to survive on your own. Hungry and desperate, you go to your local cashierless supermarket and steal some food. You order your ride home, but once in the car, you realize something is amiss. The car is not taking you home. In fact, it is taking you towards the local jail. Once there, you plead with the police officers. However, when they see your poor reputation score, they instantly dismiss you and throw you into prison. While in prison, you see the breaking news that Amazon owns 51% of the government DAO. It turns out the DAO holders realized they could make more profit by selling their tokens given a bribe, rather than upholding a decent democracy. With their new powers, Amazon proposes that they can increase the efficiency of the blockchain by hosting all the data on their centralized Amazon Web Services for free. Despite warnings from Blockchain at Berkeley, the people are in support of having a faster and cheaper blockchain service, so the transition is made. Amazon's centralized blockchain works great, and everyone's smart contracts are running smoothly. Furthermore, when a bug is discovered, it can be fixed without having to disrupt the whole network. The new blockchain is also able to reverse fraudulent transactions and intervene whenever there is suspicious activity. For now, everyone's happy with their centralized blockchain solution, forgetting the ancient words of the Cypherpunk Manifesto. Over time, Amazon sets up a security standard, which anyone using their service must adhere to in order to gain access. Eventually, the standards become stricter and more arbitrary to the point where it is apparent that the only people who are able to use the blockchain are Amazon and its customers. A grassroots movement opposing the system begins, encouraging people not to use the centralized blockchain and instead to support local businesses. However, it's too late. All other businesses have already been eliminated. Everyone is reliant on universal basic income, and as this gets reduced over time, the people have no choice but to spend their lives being a slave to Amazon.